Oceans, seas, and coastal areas form an integrated and essential component of the Earth's ecosystem and are critical to sustainable development. They cover more than two-thirds of the Earth's surface and contain 97% of the planet's water.
In March this year, Paris hosted SOS Ocean, where French President Emmanuel Macron concluded the meeting by presenting the initial guidelines for the third United Nations Ocean Conference, UNOC 3, which was co-hosted by France and Costa Rica, held in Nice early June. This international summit brought together all the world's states to debate crucial issues related to the future of the ocean.
Bonjour, bonsoir et bienvenue à Rendez-Vous avec Yasmin
et Kumar. In the lead up to the third United Nations Ocean Conference, the Embassy of France in Sri Lanka and the Maldives organized a panel discussion at the Lakshman Kadirgamar Institute in Colombo to reflect on Sri Lanka's strategic role and challenges in the Indian Ocean and its growing engagement in ocean governance. Bonjour, Monsieur l'Ambassadeur, et bienvenue dans l'émission Rendez-Vous.
Merci Yasmin.
Pourquoi la France est-elle impliquée dans l'océan Indien et quelles sont les perspectives de coopération entre la France et le Sri Lanka à ce sujet?
La France est présente dans l'océan Indien à travers ses territoires. Il y a 1 million de Français qui vivent dans l'océan Indien et qui sont donc les voisins de Sri Lanka. Alors, la France rencontre des défis communs à ceux de Sri Lanka dans l'océan Indien, les défis de la sécurité des routes maritimes. Notre prospérité, comme celle de Sri Lanka, dépend des routes maritimes qui passent par l'océan Indien. Les défis de la pollution, de la protection de l'environnement dans l'océan Indien. Et puis, il y a également des défis concernant la bonne gouvernance de l'océan Indien. L'océan Indien, c'est aussi nos routes maritimes qui voient se dérouler des trafics et nous travaillons avec Sri Lanka et les pays de l'océan Indien pour lutter contre les trafics de drogue, trafic d'êtres humains. Alors, qu'est-ce que nous faisons à ce sujet? Eh bien, nous faisons notamment, nous soutenons des dialogues et des formations et à travers un centre que nous avons créé à Colombo, qui est le Centre régional d'études maritimes, Regional Center for Maritime Studies. Et ce centre nous permet de faire des formations avec la marine sri-lankaise, les gardes-côtes, les douanes, pour former, échanger nos pratiques, nos bonnes pratiques dans tous ces domaines et pour accueillir aussi des stagiaires étrangers. Donc nous allons développer notre coopération dans ce domaine, sur la sécurité des ports par exemple, mais aussi sur la lutte contre le crime organisé en mer et puis sur la protection de la biodiversité marine.
The Indian Ocean region spans, as we know, 3 continents. Now, how would one assure that the Indian Ocean region remains peaceful and accessible for all for sustainable use?
How do we assure the peaceful coexistence in the Indian Ocean region? It is by taking our understanding about Indian Ocean region very much better than what we are today. So the initiative like this helpful for those things for government officials, the policymakers, the researchers and diplomats, everybody to understand the maritime environment better. Because the Indian Ocean identity is fast diminishing or losing because of the international geopolitical consideration and competition. So among this background, it is the Indian Ocean region, the countries has to come forward and understand each other better and know the Indian Ocean better for their sustainable development.
In relation to today's topic, which is Sri Lanka's ocean future strategy and stakes, how would you identify maritime or ocean-related tourism as well as coastal tourism as a vital sector to our small island of Sri Lanka, where tourism is one of the fastest growing industries as an important source of both foreign exchange and employment?
Tourism is going to be a very strong industry for the whole world, because if you look at currently the global GDP is about $115 trillion. So you need to look at a $10 trillion industry already. And we are looking from generation Z to generation beta is the next up to 2050 that is going to be the world's tourism market, and they are travelers. If you look at the history of the world, 1945, end of the World War II, the world economy was about $3 trillion. So today it's $115 trillion and it's expected to be $200 trillion in 2050. Now that is all capital flows and youngsters who are in a different era who would want to travel, and tourism is going to be such a key industry, and oceans are going to play a vital role in that whole segment, especially the coastal tourism sector will play a vital tourism not only around the world but Asia region as well. So I feel that it's a game changer, but it's an industry that can move from one place to another as a result of many factors. So we need to play the game in a smart way and look at how best the country can benefit out of global tourism and specifically coastal and ocean tourism.
Asha DeVos is a person who spends more of her life in the water, in the oceans, than on land. Asha, what's the significance of the relationship between us human beings and the ocean?
So as we all know, the ocean is an integral part of our lives. Whether it's where we get our food, where people get their jobs, where, we get our oxygen. It is fundamental to our survival, and so therefore it's an incredible important part for us to protect and safeguard for future generations. Historically in Sri Lanka, our relationship with the ocean has been about extraction, taking fish out, but now we are changing our mindset. Now we are looking at it from a more conservation point of view, recreational point of view, and I think that's really important, because the more people indulge in the ocean, the more people see the magic of the ocean, the more people will want to care for it. And I hope that's the direction we'll continue to go in.
Asha, so what about ocean literacy?
So ocean literacy is a really, really important thing. If we want more people to care about the ocean, we can't take everyone to the ocean. But there are other ways to educate people about the ocean, about the services it provides us, but also how important it is to our lives. And so therefore, ocean literacy is really, really important. That's something we need to develop, particularly in Sri Lanka. I mean, I've looked at all the textbooks and scoped to see, what do we teach our kids about the oceans, which is we're an island. Our climate is determined by, the oceans, everything around us. We are so dependent on it. And if you flip through the pages of a Sri Lankan textbook, there is literally nothing. We don't even teach kids when the southwest monsoon or the northeast monsoon are happening. And we have to shift this. So ocean literacy is really important for us to be able to protect the oceans, because we can then build up our local heroes who will stand for the ocean alongside the rest of us to make that change we need.
Remember, it's our ocean, it is our future.
Our responsibility. Merci de nous avoir suivis.
À la prochaine.